morning, and welcome to The Sun is Gonna Come Up Shortly, Winnipeg. Actually, it's probably not going to be up for about half an hour. We are getting an early start here today. And what has to happen today, it's already prearranged. First thing this morning, as soon as the computer repair shop opens up, I'm supposed to be there with my computer to get the upgrade for the video card, so that I can edit properly in 8K. Once again, most people aren't going to care. However, one of the viewers made a comment. I just went through all my comments here about half an hour ago. Yeah, it reminded me about the ensign flag and the other one. Yeah, so I don't know what I'm going to do about that. The other two ships don't have the flags. I suppose maybe someday I could experiment with it and see. I've still got the flags for the other ships. I've still got the decals. That's one thing that when I do my big cleanup here later, I won't throw that out. But yeah, I didn't do a whole lot here yesterday afternoon about getting ready for mounting this in the case today. Now the computer goes into the shop, not the camera, so I can still do my videoing. One thing I did do, just pardon my reach here, I should have had it a little bit more handy, but I printed out new, I guess you'd call them plaques, to go in the back of the case. I don't know if they might be they're a little bigger than the other ones I had, so these might be too big. We'll see what happens here. And I just went through and I got the information off of Wikipedia. Because it was all basically the same for each ship. The main things like who built it, when it was launched, and how much did it weigh, and what was the horsepower, and all the interesting stuff, at least to me. So okay, what else was I going to mention here this morning? Oh, I have decided that I am going to take our Rodney. Well, I have to anyway. But when I take it out of the cradle here, dry dock, I'm going to set it on my green cloth where I can slide my camera around, and I will make one complete pass with the camera. Probably take a couple of minutes. You can watch it if you want, or maybe not. I know that what Steve in the model shed did when he got through his build, he went around with his camera and took a lot of nice high resolution photos. That was a good idea. The only difference is my video is already very high resolution, so I'm not going to snap photos. I'm going to actually do high res video, and that's the plan. It'll okay. Let's just quit talking here. I think I should really be shutting things down here, at least for a while, and unplugging my computer because I have to be there at the shop in a couple hours. So I've got to do things like I want to copy all my important files that are, you might say, on the desktop into a removable hard drive, so that if for something goes horribly wrong and the computer crashes on them, I don't lose those files. And that, that's going to take a little while. So I'm going to have to call it quits here for a little while. And about our sunrise, which I am almost at this moment 90% sure we are going to actually be able to see when it comes up in about half an hour. I'll put it at the end of today's episode again. Okay, when I said that, I did not realize that I was going to be having so much trouble getting my computer back on time. I did not know that I was going to attach the sunrise to the end of the little episode that says today's episode will be late. And you've probably already seen it. Anyway, sorry about that. Because there isn't really going to be a whole lot more building. And it is my plan for today. This is the plan for right now. I will have the Iowa box laying on the table, and the Rodney should be in the case. Yeah. So let's carry on. There's really no rollback. So I didn't do anything here at the model table much yesterday, except sit here and contemplate. Okay, we'll see you in for me it'll be a few hours. For you it'll be a few seconds. Okay, I am back from the computer repair shop, and my coffee is cold, very cold. I think what I'm going to do here is probably concern myself with doing the, I guess you might say, walkabout when we drag the camera around the sides of the ship here. I haven't 100% decided how I'm going to do it. I'm definitely going to take it out of the dry dock, and then I will be able to slide the camera around on our green cloth here. It actually works pretty good. It's fairly smooth. Then I'll turn the ship around so that the light is right, and we'll go down the other side, and that'll be about it. At least you'll be able to see down onto the deck area. When we get it in the case, the rigging will stand out against the white background. But I think we've talked about that to death, haven't we? Okay, let's recompose here a little bit. I don't want to mark these up. I did save them in the computer, so if something goes wrong. Like right now, I've still got my old computer here. In an emergency, if worst comes to worst, we'll still have an episode tonight, but it just might be a little bit different. I don't know if it'll be 4K 60 or not, but we'll see. Oh, I don't know. I'm shooting in 4K 60 right now, so that might cause a problem. I just suddenly realized that. Well, whatever is. The computer store said they'd give me a call probably around noon, so I'm expecting a call in the next couple hours, I guess. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Now, very, very carefully, I want to make sure that there's nothing sharp on here. I should maybe vacuum this. These are just soft little things. There's nothing hard. There's no pieces of plastic or anything here. And what I'm going to want to do is not spill my coffee. Alright, now we're going to have to take these off. Now, let's not go at this like a bull in a china shop here. Let's be methodical and careful. They're reaching over very carefully. If you keep your eye on the mast, you won't stick your arm in the mast. Okay. All right, I think I can very carefully grab it right like this. Now I have to watch out for this. And on the front, just ahead of the anchors here, there's a place where I can grab onto it. Now if this was a real ship, you couldn't do this. It would probably buckle in the middle. There's a word for that when a ship goes this way and then when it humps over the other way, but I don't know what it is. I don't think we need to worry about it. Okay, here we go. Now don't go too high or it's going to hit this thing here. Okay, so far so good. Now I'll sit down before I fall down. And we'll get rid of this and we'll just recompose everything. And a lot of viewers were wanting to see this, what I'm going to do. So I'm going to readjust my lighting and everything. Well, I think we're about ready to give it a go here. I only want to do this one time. I'm going to have to watch that my cord here doesn't catch on the mast. A moment ago when I was setting up, it fell off of what it's hooked onto on the gantry, but fortunately it didn't fall on anything that was fragile. But that's how it happens, you know. You think you're doing everything right, and then suddenly you find out you're not. Okay, so here we go. I'm not gonna add any fancy music or anything like that. We're just gonna look at the boat. Sorry about that break there. I gotta reposition here a little bit. Ah! Ah! All better. Okay, continue on. Just after I said I gotta watch this thing. Okay, we'll swing it around and try and get the other side. The reason being is that the light is from behind me. And I think what I'm going to have to do is find a different way to have this cord suspended. I should have done that in the first place. Like I say, that's the way it happens. Okay, we are basically the same way we were before, in position with the camera in relation to the ship, that is. And I've moved my cord over here. I think it's going to be all right. I'm going to try and keep a better eye on it this time. Here we go. Okay, I realize you're getting a reflection off from the lights on the plexiglass, but once it's off, you won't be getting that anymore. Now, this plexiglass hasn't been out for about a year, and my fear is that the case has shrunk, and it might be it might bind on the sides. I know it was pretty tight already the last time I took it out, so we'll just see how it goes here. Okay, maybe what I'll do is I'll move you right here. You'll be able to see a little better instead of seeing my better side. Okay, now the idea is to sort of buckle it in this way. That'll bring the sides in, but unfortunately I have to twist it this way to get it to clear this lip here. Anyway, let's just stop talking about it. Let's start working on it and see what happens. See if it's a little bit loose here. No, it's not sharp like glass, but I still got to be careful I don't cut myself. Okay, I think we're gonna go. Okay, my plan here had been to have the Bismarck on the top, then the Rodney, then the Hood, and sitting on the bottom, the Iowa. However, that's a ways off yet for the Iowa, so let's move the Bismarck up here as I had originally planned. Now it's going to be a little bit iffy getting the, oh, I scraped something. Okay, now the Rodney is going to go right here on this padding that I made up. Don't know if you remember when I made this, but I've got a soft string on there so it doesn't scratch the bottom. Okay, I think that's about straight. All right, here we come. Okay, you watch. The phone is going to ring now. Your computer's ready. Let me get out of the light. Wow, you can sure see the difference in size. I knew the Rodney was smaller, but I didn't realize it was that much smaller. Okay, let's recompose here a little bit and get sort of a profile view. And as I had promised, the rigging. Okay, I'm going to be taking a bit of a breather here. I don't even know if I'm going to put the plexiglass back on this afternoon or not. Yeah, I've been busy this morning. Yeah, on the way home from the computer store, I stopped off at the Canadian Tire and picked up another large bag of bird seed. And yeah, it'll keep our birds happy probably most of the winter. Now, I remember last year when I opened up my hatch and I had that orange thing visible, and people were saying, "What's that?" Well, that's my car warmer. It's a heavy-duty construction heater. It's 4,800 watts. It's approximately 5 to 6 times more powerful than the average car warmer, and it works great. It'll get the frost off my windows in about 15 minutes, and even on the coldest day in about half an hour. Well, I'll tell you folks, this has been a real funny day. Not funny ha-ha, but funny strange. I'm glad every day doesn't go like this. After I got my computer home, I got it all hooked up and I plugged all the cables into the same places that I'd pulled them out of. It's not that I don't know how to do it, but I had no sound. Apparently I didn't know how to check for that, so I had to phone the computer place and tell them I got no sound. They said, well, you click this and what does it say? Well, it says such and such. Well, that's your problem. Select, and they told me what to select, and I selected it. Then I had sound, but that wasted a little bit of time. And then, you know what happens Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I get a coffee visitor, and I enjoy it. I'm glad he came over. And so there goes another hour and a half or so, almost. And what we do, oh, that snap was a fly hitting into my fly zapper. Okay, I'm not going to retake this. I don't have time. So what we do is we generally watch an episode of a series. Like we just completely went through all 8 seasons of Elementary, Sherlock Holmes. And today we started the first episode of a series called Blacklist. And it's very intense. At least the pilot was very intense. I don't know. It's maybe too intense for this old guy. I don't know. However, I did say that I was going to get the Iowa on the model table tonight, or at least I thought I would. Well, here it is. I don't think we're going to do a box opening because Paul did a box opening with his, and there's been a lot of box openings on the Iowa. I think what we'll do is tomorrow we'll open it up, and I got to clean up over there a little bit. I still don't have the plexiglass in the front of the model case. Yeah, we'll just see how it goes here, and we'll just sort of open up the box and maybe we'll see what step 1 looks like tomorrow. But that's going to be tomorrow. So thanks for watching, everybody. and all being well, we will see you tomorrow.